Okay, so this is how I make these masks. I cut 2 squares, 9 by 9. And if you cut, when you cut them, if you cut 2 at a time, then and use those as a set, then it'll match good. Measure down halfway, which is 4.5. Mark it, and do the same on the other side. And split it right down the center on that line. This is where we're going to make the pocket for the filter. Okay, now we're going to sewing machine. Okay, now take your cut side and fold it over like 2 times. It'll be about 1/4. If it's not exactly, it wouldn't matter because this is on the inside. Back tack, and just roll this over and sew it just like that all the way to the end. Back tack. Alright, and then you gotta do the other side. Same way. Back tack. Alright. Now, to make that filter fit in there without falling out, I put this seam right on top of that other one. Put them together and just make a small seam down through here, about 2 or 3 inches. I'm not measuring it, I'm just guessing. And cut it. And then go to the other end. Do the same thing. Right there. Back it up. And back it up. Cut it. Alright. The next thing, see, that makes your little pocket. The next thing to do is put your edges together and just sew all the way around. Okay. I'm using about 1/2 inch seam allowance. Down through here. Probably want to raise your foot so you have a good turn on that. You're going to find that you got a little extra right here, and that's because from folding this, it made this one shorter than the other one. But it was too much trouble trying to cut 2 different size squares and keeping it all together. This is just the easiest way to do it for me. Okay, going through here. Go back right there and back tack. Okay, and then take a pair of scissors and just cut that excess off. Then you'll need to turn it out. You can take a pen or an ink pen or anything and stick up in these corners and make them come all the way out. And I pressed it then. Okay, got another one over here that's already pressed. Alright, now see, you got this little thing like that. Okay, now we make our pleats. I said about 1/2 inch. And again, I'm on this side of the thing, and I'm not really measuring it up. I'm kind of trying to make it the same on both sides, but okay, put that under here and just sew those pleats down. They'll be wanting to go every which way. You'll have to raise your foot and make them go under there. I do with this thing. Okay, back up, cut. Alright. Now, do the same thing on this side. Make them, after I do this side, I kind of measure it to see if it's going to be, see, I got that way off, so I need to let some of this out. Alright, now, put that back over here, and just sew this down. Just keep your pleats laying down. I have to give it a little tug to get it to go under the machine. Back up, cut. Okay, see, that's your little mask right there. Okay, then I flip it over. I'm using strings that we used to using at Russell with hoodie sweatshirts, but I'm not gonna have enough to finish, so I don't know what the next thing's gonna be. If somebody can think of something we can use, but just fold that over about, I would say about a 1/2 inch, and make sure you ain't catching your string. Back it up. Got it. And that's one side. And then the other side, do it the same way. Yeah, you watch your pleats, because they'll want to get up under there and get home too. But, you know, they ain't got to be perfect. Just wear it, just useful. Anyway, you can put a bread tie or something like that in here when you're putting the string in. If you do that, you're going to have to sew down so it don't come out when, you know, you wear it, and make sure your string is even. And thanks so much for the help, and if I can help you, please call me. Matt will give you my phone number. Y'all have a good time.